Leo, August 31st through September 6th is carrying a powerful energy around you, and there is a reason you may feel that something is about to change even before you can see exactly what it is. This week has the feeling of a stage being prepared behind a closed curtain. The audience cannot see what is happening yet, but the lights are already moving, the atmosphere is changing, and sooner or later the curtain has to rise. For you, that curtain may reveal a professional opportunity, an important financial decision, a relationship turning point, or a truth about yourself that you have been slowly approaching for months. You may enter this week believing that you need to prove yourself, only to discover that your real task is to recognize your own value without constantly seeking confirmation from other people. If this reading resonates with you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because the energy surrounding your next chapter is becoming increasingly important. Monday begins with a strong desire to regain control over something that has felt uncertain. You may wake up thinking about a decision that has been waiting for you, perhaps involving work, money, family, or a personal relationship. The more you try to force an answer, however, the more complicated it may seem. This is because the beginning of the week is asking you to observe before acting. There may be information you do not have yet, and that missing information could change your decision completely. Something that looks like a closed door on Monday may simply be a door that has not opened yet. Give circumstances time to reveal what they are trying to show you. You may also notice that your pride is being tested. Someone could say something that makes you feel underestimated, ignored, or misunderstood. Your natural instinct may be to immediately demonstrate that they are wrong. But this week offers you a more powerful alternative. Let your results speak. You do not have to win every argument to maintain your dignity. Sometimes the strongest response is to continue moving forward while other people are still trying to understand what you are capable of. Tuesday brings more movement, especially in communication and career matters. A conversation could put you in contact with someone influential, or you may receive information about a project, job, opportunity, or responsibility that deserves your attention. If you have been waiting for a response, Tuesday may bring progress. It may not be the final answer, but it can be the first indication that something is finally moving. Your confidence is also likely to rise. You may feel more comfortable speaking openly about your goals. If there is something you want at work, do not assume that other people automatically know. You may need to communicate your ambitions clearly. Your abilities are valuable, but people cannot always recognize what you never show them. Tuesday encourages you to step out of the background. Financially, this can be a useful day for planning. You may start thinking about how to increase your income, reduce unnecessary expenses, or create a stronger financial foundation. An opportunity could appear through a person you know or through a skill you already possess. Do not underestimate an opportunity simply because it begins small. Some of the strongest financial developments begin with something that initially looks insignificant. Wednesday brings greater focus to money, security, and long-term choices. You may have to make a decision about an expense, payment, investment in your work, or a financial commitment. The temptation may be to act quickly because you want certainty. But take your time. Read the details. Ask questions. Consider what this choice means beyond the next few days. There is also a deeper lesson here about your relationship with success. Leo, you may sometimes measure your progress by visible results. Money, recognition, achievements, praise, and status. But this week can remind you that some of the most important progress happens when nobody is watching. Building discipline, improving a skill, becoming emotionally stronger, and learning how to manage pressure are achievements too. Wednesday may therefore bring a quiet realization. You do not need to look successful every moment in order to actually be moving forward. If you are considering a career change, Wednesday is a good time to research and prepare rather than make an impulsive decision. If you are already working toward a goal, look for ways to make your process more efficient. The future you want may require a different strategy, not necessarily more effort. Thursday turns the energy toward love and relationships, and this could be one of the most emotionally revealing moments of the week. If you are in a relationship, you may want more attention, reassurance, or emotional honesty. Perhaps you have been giving a lot and quietly wondering whether the other person notices. This is a good time to communicate instead of waiting for someone to guess what you need. A relationship can become complicated when two people love each other but communicate through assumptions. Thursday encourages you to replace assumptions with words. If something has been bothering you, explain it without turning it into an accusation. If you feel appreciated, say so. If you need more emotional support, ask for it. Vulnerability does not make you weaker. It allows the other person to understand the part of you that confidence often hides. For single Leo, Thursday may bring an intriguing romantic possibility. Someone could notice you, approach you, message you, or become more openly interested than before. You may be attracted to someone who has confidence and independence, but there is something else you should look for: emotional consistency. Chemistry can be exciting, but consistency tells you whether something can actually become meaningful. Someone may say exactly what you want to hear, but watch what they do afterward. There is also a possibility of an old romantic connection resurfacing. If someone from your past returns, do not let nostalgia make the decision for you. Remember why the relationship changed or ended. If nothing important has changed, repeating the same pattern will likely produce the same result. But if both people have genuinely grown, a different conversation may now be possible. The important thing is to judge the present, not simply the memories. Friday is one of your strongest days this week. Your charisma increases, your social energy rises, and you may feel more willing to take action. This is favorable for professional meetings, presentations, negotiations, networking, and creative projects. If you have something important to communicate, Friday can help you express yourself with confidence. People may notice you more than usual. This can be especially useful if you are trying to build a reputation, promote your work, attract new clients, meet new people, or establish yourself in a new environment. Do not hide simply because you are worried about what others may think. You are not required to make everyone comfortable with your ambition. There could also be a social invitation or unexpected meeting. Someone you meet on Friday may eventually become connected to an opportunity that appears later. This is why you should not underestimate casual conversations. Your next opportunity may not arrive through a formal announcement. It may arrive through someone saying, "I know a person who might be able to help you." Friday also carries strong energy for romance. If you are single, your confidence may naturally attract attention. If you are in a relationship, spending quality time together can restore warmth that may have been missing recently. But remember, attention is not always love. Being admired can feel good, but being understood is much more valuable. Saturday brings a different atmosphere. After the intensity of the week, you may need distance from other people's opinions. You could feel the urge to spend time alone, organize your thoughts, or simply enjoy your own space. This is a good thing. Leo, you are often expected to be strong, confident, and energetic. People may come to you for encouragement because they see you as someone who can handle pressure. But even the person everyone depends on needs somewhere to put down the weight. Saturday gives you permission to do that. You do not have to perform strength every day. You can be tired. You can be uncertain. You can change your mind. You can have a day when you do not want to lead anyone. None of these things reduce your value. In fact, accepting your vulnerable side may make you stronger than pretending you never have one. Saturday may also inspire you to think about personal development. You may become interested in learning a new skill, changing your routine, improving your health habits, organizing your environment, or creating a more disciplined structure for your goals. Do not try to transform everything overnight. Choose one change that you can actually maintain. Sunday brings clarity. Something you have been thinking about all week may finally make sense. Perhaps you understand why someone behaved the way they did. Perhaps you realize that an opportunity is worth pursuing. Perhaps you decide that a relationship no longer deserves your energy. Or perhaps you simply feel a stronger sense of direction. This clarity may arrive quietly. You could be sitting alone, driving, walking, or doing something completely ordinary when suddenly a thought becomes obvious. That is what I need to do. When that moment comes, listen. Your career this week is strongly connected to visibility and confidence. You may have opportunities to demonstrate leadership, but avoid becoming involved in unnecessary competition. You do not need to make someone else look smaller in order to look successful. The strongest leader is the person who can remain confident without constantly comparing themselves to others. If someone tries to provoke jealousy or competition, stay focused. Your journey is not a race against another person's timeline. Financially, this is a week for strategic decisions. An opportunity to earn more may appear, but make sure you understand the responsibilities attached to it. Avoid spending simply to maintain an image or impress people. Real wealth is not the appearance of having everything. It is the ability to make choices without constant financial pressure. If you are looking for a new job or considering a professional change, keep moving. Even if the first answer is not what you hoped for, another possibility may appear through your network. Keep your communication active and remain open to unexpected routes. In relationships, your greatest lesson is balance. You deserve attention, but you also need to give attention. You deserve honesty, but you must also be willing to be honest. You deserve appreciation, but you should not depend entirely on external validation. For single Leo, the week can bring new connections, especially through social environments and conversations. However, do not rush to decide whether someone is the one. Give people time to reveal themselves. The person who is right for you will not need to constantly confuse you in order to keep your attention. Your social circle may also become clearer. You could notice who genuinely supports your growth and who only celebrates you when you remain predictable. Some people are comfortable with the old version of you. When you begin changing, they may react differently. Do not shrink yourself simply to preserve someone else's comfort. Your energy may rise significantly around Friday, but make sure you rest before and after periods of intense activity. Emotional pressure can be just as exhausting as physical effort. Listen to your body and mind when they ask for a pause. The most favorable days are Tuesday and Friday, especially for communication, career, networking, and new opportunities. Wednesday is important for financial planning and practical choices. Thursday brings emotional and romantic developments, while Monday requires patience with situations that are not yet fully clear. Saturday is ideal for rest and personal reflection, and Sunday can bring a valuable realization about the direction of your future. Leo, there is a deeper message hidden inside this week. You have spent enough time asking whether other people recognize your worth. Now it is time to ask whether you recognize it. Because when you truly understand your own value, you stop begging for attention from people who give it only when it is convenient. You stop chasing opportunities that require you to become someone you are not. You stop confusing being wanted with being respected. This week may place you in front of a choice between appearance and authenticity. Choose authenticity. You may discover that the thing you were trying hardest to protect, your image, your pride, your reputation, was actually preventing you from admitting what you truly wanted. There is no shame in changing direction. There is no weakness in admitting that something hurts. There is no failure in starting again. And there is certainly no failure in choosing a quieter life if the old one was built around constantly proving yourself. Something unexpected may happen between August 31st and September 6th. A conversation could change your perspective. A financial opportunity could appear. Someone could reveal their intentions. A new person could enter your circle. Past connection could return. A professional door could open. But remember this, the event itself is only half of the story. The other half is what you choose to do with it. A door can open, but you still have to decide whether to walk through. A message can arrive, but you still decide whether to answer. An opportunity can appear, but you still decide whether it belongs in your future. And perhaps that is the real power returning to your life now. Choice. Leo, you do not need to chase the spotlight. When you stand firmly in who you are, the right light finds you. So walk into this week with confidence, but leave room for humility. Protect your ambition, but protect your peace too. Speak with courage, but listen carefully. Accept opportunities, but examine them. Love deeply, but do not abandon yourself in the process. August 31st through September 6th may begin with questions, but it can end with clarity. And when the curtain finally rises, you may discover that the greatest role you were ever meant to play was not the one other people expected from you. It was your own. This week, Leo, stop asking whether you are ready. Start asking whether you are willing. Because sometimes the next chapter does not wait for you to feel fearless. It simply waits for you to take the first step.